Hello and welcome back to Game Week 9 predictions for Sky Bet League 1 for this weekend's matches. If you have enjoyed the League 1 predictions so far this season, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And yeah, we'll just jump straight into my League 1 predictions for Game Week 9 right now. First game is Blackpool taking on Barnsley. Then two sides that have had really contrasting starts to start this campaign. It has to be said, Barnsley, brilliant start for them under Conor Hourihane, 1 point off the top, stuck in third place at the moment. As for Blackpool, they're down in 23rd in the relegation spots, and Steve Bruce has to seriously pick up the form. Last time these sides played was a 2-1 away win for Barnsley back in October 2024. Other way around was a 3-0 win for Blackpool at Barnsley on the 8th of March, of course. Yeah, this one's a tight one to call. Barnsley only lost once this season. That was away at Wimbledon. Blackpool beating Barrow 5-0 in the Cup. That might give them a bit of confidence heading into this one. Good about the away side, though. I'm going to go for a nice 2-1 away Barnsley win in this one. I think it'd be quite a decent win for this for Barnsley. Can propel themselves in those playoff places for a bit longer. So yeah, Barnsley to win against Blackpool in this one by 2-1. Next is a bit of a local affair as Bolton take on Wigan at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. Bolton have been okay so far. Their last 4 games they have been last 5 they've actually been unbeaten, drawing 3, winning 2. They did lose at home to Wigan on the 14th of December last year. Bit of a disappointing loss. They always seem to do really badly at home to Wigan. Not sure why that is. But yeah, Ryan Lowe's side, you could see getting another victory on the cards, couldn't you, in this one? 8th place for them. Bolton down in 12th. Only a point separating these two sides. Wigan are an okay side. It has to be said. Bolton, I think, will be looking to win this, though. Home form, of course, they'll be obviously looking to do a lot better than what they have started the season under Steven Schumacher. I am actually going to back Wigan, though, in this one. I think it'll be tight, but I think Wigan and Ryan Lowe will get off the mark, or not off the mark, and get another win and propel themselves probably into the playoffs by the end of the match. So yeah, back in Wigan to win this by 1-0. Lincoln Luton is the final game at 12:30 at the LNER. Lincoln City will be looking to do a job over Luton in this one. Very good win for Lincoln last time out over Burton Albion in that one. Luton very disappointed loss at home to Plymouth in there as well. Luton did beat Barnet by 4-1 as well in there. 2-2 draw for Lincoln at home to Wigan in that one as well. Luton did beat these last time they did play back at Kenilworth Road in January 2018. It was a 4-2 win for Luton back, and then back in, this was in League 2, sorry, and there was a 0-0 draw back in 2017. Luton do have a very good record away at no, they don't. It's 3 draws and 1 loss. But they have a overall better head-to-head record than Lincoln City. I am going to back a draw in this one. I think it'll be tight and scrappy. But yeah, I'm just going to back a 1-1 draw between these two sides, Lincoln and Luton, the Battle of the Ales. And yeah, this one will be a draw at the LNER Stadium in Lincoln. Just see 1-1 separating these two sides. Into the 3 o'clock as we go, and it's Cardiff taking on Bradford in the first one. Cardiff City will be looking to win. Very good win for them at Exeter last night in the Papa John's, I'll keep calling it the Papa John's, it's the Virtue Cup, innit? Bradford did beat Huddersfield. Good solid win for them after the response of the Doncaster loss. In there, Andy Cook is back and he fired in one of the cup games against Grimsby, maybe, but apart from that, hasn't really done a huge amount. Bradford, really good start under Graham Alexander, currently sits second in the table at the moment, which is brilliant for them. Yeah, Cardiff have been good at home, beat Plymouth 4-0, they've beaten Luton away, they beat Cheltenham at home in the cup, obviously. I'm going to back Cardiff City. It's top versus bottom, not top versus second in this one, not top versus bottom. Cardiff will win this. I am going to go narrowly. I think it'll be tight, but I think Cardiff will just get over the line. I'm going for a nice 2-1 home win in this one for the Bluebirds, and them to get over the line against Bradford City in this one. 2-1 to Cardiff here. Doncaster take on Wimbledon now then. Doncaster, disappointed loss away at Wigan last time out. Wimbledon did beat Palace in the Virtue Trophy, beat Rotherham before that in the league. Not bad from Johnny Jackson's side so far this season. It has to be second, currently sit 11th in the table. That's kind of exceeding a few of their fans' expectations before the season. They would have just wanted to stay up, and they probably are exceeding those. Doncaster in the playoffs, a bit of a disappointing defeat at the weekend, as I previously just said. Last time these sides did play was back in League 2 last season, was 1-0 home win for Wimbledon, and then back at Donny was a 1-1 draw, of course. Doncaster are surely going to get over the line in this one. I'm going to back them. I'm going to back Grant McCann's side to win this by 2-0, get back to winning ways in this one. And Doncaster to win this by 2-0 over AFC Wimbledon in this one. Huddersfield take on Burton now then. A game that was a bit of a surprise last season, I think, because it was a 1-1 draw, because I just remember it from I think it was Boxing Day, 29th, sorry, close enough. Bradford did beat Huddersfield last time out. Burton lost to Lincoln, and Burton are on a horrible rut at the moment under Gary Bowyer. Haven't really scored many. They did score in that against Liverpool's academy, but that doesn't really count, does it? Burton are 22nd at the moment. Huddersfield up in 6th, just clinging on to those places as it stands at the moment. As previously said, these two sides played in League One last season. Was a nice 1-1 draw for Burton away at Huddersfield, and then Burton did beat Huddersfield 3-0 when they were fighting for their lives and eventually did stay up. I am good about the home side in this one. I'm going to go for a nice 3-1 home Huddersfield Town win in this one, and them to get over the line. So back in Huddersfield Town and Lee Grant to get over the line against Gary Bowyer's Burton in this one by 3-1. Plymouth take on Peterborough. Plymouth will be looking to do a lot better at home park, even though their form has picked up. They've won back-to-back games under Tom Cleverley. They started to propel themselves up the table, up to 17th now, level on points with Exeter City. Last time these sides did play was back in 22-23, 2-0 home win for Plymouth, but then back in February, back at Peterborough, it was a 5-2 win for Peterborough in that one. 3 wins for Peterborough, 2 wins for Plymouth at home park. Plymouth be looking to rectify that. Peterborough do look absolutely abysmal, even though they did win their last game against Wycombe at home, and Mike Dodds will be facing the sack, you would imagine, probably quite soon for Wycombe, but we'll talk about that shortly. I am good about Plymouth in this one. I'm going for a nice 2-0 comfortable home when Peterborough look shit. No offence, but they do. I'm going back Plymouth for a nice 2-0 home win in this one to get over the line against Peterborough in this one. Port Vale take on Mansfield now then. Port Vale will be looking to win this very good win for Darren Moore's side at the weekend over Exeter City. Nice 2-0 away victory for them. They propelled themselves just above those relegation spaces and knock Reading back down into it. Mansfield have been doing okay, to be fair to them, up in 13th, kind of where Nigel Clough would expect them. You'd expect Nigel Clough's side to be in and around. I think he's doing the best with that Mansfield side. Last time they did play was back in the 22-23 season, or 21-22, sorry, it was 21-22. 1-1 draw in Mansfield, then 3-1 home win for Port Vale. They also played in the playoffs in the League 2 final, and Port Vale won that by 3-0, and then back in the FL Cup in 23 was a 1-0 Port Vale win. Mansfield have an okay record here, actually, basing off other results. Port Vale did okay last time. I think this could be scrappy. I think it could be a tie. I think it could be a great, well, I don't think there's anything such as a great 1-1 draw, but I am going to back that because both these sides will probably cancel each other out, and they are quite even in terms of quality. So back in a 1-1 draw in this one between Port Vale and Mansfield. Reading take on Leyton Orient at the Select Car Leasing Stadium, Majeski, whatever you want to call it. Reading being knocked back down into the bottom 4, which is not good, and it's been far from the ideal start that Noel Hunt's side would have wanted. Leyton Orient have been unbeaten in their last 3, beating Peterborough, beating Port Vale, and drawing at home to Bolton. I think, was one of them in the Cup? It might have been. The Peterborough one was. Last time they did play, it was 1-0 away win for Leyton Orient at Reading. on the 14th of September, about similar time last year. 25th of January, Leyton Orient did win that. Leyton Orient do have a pretty good record against Reading. If you look at the head-to-heads, 3 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses. So that, yeah, they from the recent years, of course. But Reading did lose, unluckily, away at Barnsley at the weekend. They lost to Swindon in the Cup as well. I'm going to back Richie Wellens and Leyton Orient in this one. I'm going for a nice 2-1 away victory for Leyton Orient in this one. Get themselves propel themselves up the table a little bit as Reading and Noel Hunt. The pressure will be mounting on them. Could Ruben Sellers make a drastic return to Reading? We'll have to wait and find out. Rotherham take on Stockport then in the third to last game of predicting this match week. Stockport haven't been the best side so far this season. They're definitely not in the playoffs. They're down in 10th. Has been the ideal start for them. But they will be looking to get back in the playoffs pretty soon, you would imagine. Last time they did play was 3-1 win for Stockport. Apart from that, they haven't really done a lot against Rotherham in the past. 1-1 draw before that, 1-0 win for Rotherham, 4-0 win for Rotherham all the way back when. Rotherham doing okay. They might need to still propel themselves up the league a little bit. 18th under Matt Hampshire is kind of what we expected coming into the season for Rotherham United. Stockport down in 10th with 12 points, winning 3, drawing 3 and losing 2. I'm going to back the away side. I think Dave Challinor so will want to bounce back here. Rotherham can be a bit iffy when it comes, well, they're a bit inconsistent, are Rotherham United. We're going to back Stockport in this one. 3-1, quite comfortably, really comfortable for Dave Challinor and his side, and the pressure will be building on Matt Hampshire as we might get into a few more sackings in League One before this next international break or so. So yeah, 3-1 to Stockport in this one. Stevenage versus Exeter now then. Stevenage doing really, really well. Still inside the playoff places, down in 4th. They did have a bit of a drop off, a draw and a loss. And they're to Mansfield and Huddersfield. They have won in between that against Wycombe and Wimbledon in the Cup, of course. Wycombe was not in the Cup. Wycombe was in the league. Wimbledon was in the Cup because they won that by 5-1. Exeter City currently down in 16th. Stevenage up in 4th. Alex Revell, very, very good coach at this level. Got them well drilled last season. Defensively continued into this season, and they seem to be a bit more attacking this season as well, which always bodes well. Could Stevenage be dark horses for the playoffs? Let's wait and see. Still very early days, as we know. Last time they did play on the 1st of February was a 4-1 home win for Stevenage, 2-1 win, 2-0 but win for Exeter back in September 2024. Exeter have won these games 12 out of the something head-to-heads. Been a lot of head-to-heads between these sides. Exeter have won 12, drawn 9, won 3. Can't do the mental maths at the top of my head. Yeah, I am going to back a Stevenage win in this one, despite the head-to-heads record. Backing Exeter, I'll go back Stevenage for a nice 1-0 home victory in this one. Very solid at the back, as we know, are Stevenage. So yeah, backing them to win this by 1-0 in this one. And yeah, over Exeter City in this one. And the final game in League One is Wycombe against Northampton. Wycombe will be definitely looking to respond in this one. 2-0 win over Mansfield is their only win so far this season under Mike Dodds. They'll be looking to do it a lot better, and very disappointing loss away at Peterborough in this one. Northampton did very well. Beat Blackpool, beat Leyton Orient, beat Exeter recently. Very good for them. Last time they did play was a 0-0 draw back in January earlier this year. 2-1 win, away win for Northampton over Wycombe in this one. Yeah, they'll be looking to win this. They've got a decent head-to-head record, 1-9, drawn 7, lost 3 against Northampton. Have Wycombe. Are they going to win this? Northampton have been good recently. I think it could be a tight one to call, but I am just going to narrowly back Wycombe Wanderers and Mike Dodds in this one. Go back them by 1-0 in this one. I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be scrappy, but I think Wycombe will get over the line. So yeah, I'm backing them to win this by 1-0 in this one. So yeah, Wycombe to narrowly get over the line against Northampton in this one. Thank you very much for watching my League One Game Week 9 predictions. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. And I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be Championship predictions tomorrow night. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one.